Hello and welcome to a different Meet the Teacher for this year. So first of all, the other member of the Year 4 team is Mrs. Roberts, who many of you will know, and she's worked with some of the children before. As with all things, communication is the key, and later in the presentation I will be suggesting some ways that we can keep in touch. First thing I'd like to raise is walking home. In Year 4, children are allowed to walk home by themselves, but we do need a signed permission slip. These can be obtained from the office. If there's an odd day when you need your child to walk home unaccompanied, then if you could email or telephone the office, then they will pass the message to me, rather than asking your child to tell me, because in that situation we would need to contact you just to confirm it. The Year 4 day starts at 8:55, and as the children come in, there's an activity for them to do whilst the rest of the class are arriving. We have the behaviour ladder in the class, and this is used to support good and bad choices throughout the day. Based on their position at the end of the day, they can earn house points. Bronze gets them 1 point, silver 2, and gold 3. If a child moves down the ladder for not making good choices, then they will lose golden time from the end of the week. Golden time is 20 minutes where the children can access activities from other foundation subjects. So it may be some additional IT or some painting activities. But any lost time can be earned back by showing good behaviour and making correct choices during the week. In English as authors, over the year we'll study a range of texts and text types. This term we'll be basing our writing on 2 books, Until I Met Dudley and Tar Beach. We'll be looking at each book in stages, and for each stage we focus on writing activities that relate to that text. So for these 2 texts over the course of this term, we'll be looking at explanations, letter writing, creating posters, writing play scripts, character descriptions, how to use direct speech, and retelling a story. Other areas of English will be covered using other texts and films over the rest of the year. In our maths, we follow the curriculum expectations for each year group, and obviously this year we are looking back at what they may have missed from Year 3. We use the White Rose maths scheme, which focuses on mastery of maths through working in small steps, so that once children are confident with a small step in the maths process, we'll then move on to the next one, and gradually over the year they build up their maths understanding. Inquiries. Each term we have a different focus, and over the course of the year the children learn to become scientists, geographers, historians, and so on. We plan a wide range of lessons to encompass all the foundation subjects, so it includes art and music and computing. We start the topic with an event to capture the interest of the class into their learning, and usually at the end of the topic there is a showcase event of the work that they have done. We try to enrich their experience by having visitors come into school, going on trips, and organising workshops. Obviously these need to be paid for, and we do have budget restrictions, and we ask for voluntary contributions to cover most of these, but always with the proviso that if there are insufficient contributions, then the event may need to be cancelled. For this term, we haven't got a focused inquiry because we are taking the opportunity to catch up on some of the key areas of learning that they may have missed from last year. Reading. Children will read for 15 minutes a day in class, and we ask that they read 3 to 5 times a week at home. This encourages reading for pleasure and will help them to increase their understanding of what they read, but also their vocabulary. Your child has a reading record which should be coming home every day with their reading book, and we ask you to sign the reading record to show that your child has read with you or independently. The reading record should be brought into school every day, and rewards are given for 15, 30 and 50 signed reads. Home learning. As I've already mentioned, home learning includes reading, but there are also weekly spellings and times tables. The spellings are given to children on a Friday so they can practice over the weekend and during the week, and the spellings are tested on the following Friday. A list of the spellings for each week can be found on the class page on the school website. Another important aspect in Year 4 is their times tables. One way they can do this is through TT Rockstars, which is the program we use in school. There is a part of TT Rockstars called a sound check, which your children know how to access, which will help them prepare for next year's government times tables check. TT Rockstars can be accessed through tablets, smartphones and computers, and your children know their logon details to be able to get into that program. I hope you're all familiar with the school website. The address is there on the screen, and this is where you can go to find information from the school, but also under the Children tab is where you'll find the Year 4 class page, which is where copies of any letters that are sent home can be found, together with the weekly spellings and an overview for each term. School uniform. Children are expected to wear school uniform at all times, and the uniform policy, which can be found under the policy section on the website, sets out what is and is not allowed as part of school uniform. The children have myself and Mr. Kinnear for PE this term, and the scheme that school uses covers a variety of activities and skills over the year. PE is timetabled for Tuesday afternoon and Thursday morning, but we do ask that PE kits are in school for the week, as sometimes there are additional activities that we undertake. PE kit consists of a white t-shirt, black shorts and black daps or trainers. We do monitor children that don't have their PE kit in school, and a reminder letter will be sent home if a child consistently does not have their kit in school. In line with the COVID requirements, PE kit should be brought to school on Mondays and taken home for washing each Friday. Support for your children. They've been off school for a long time, and some of them are finding it harder to settle back into the routine of being back in school. So each day we have assemblies which are focused on mental health and well-being. Our PSHE units are also designed this term to focus on them being back in school and how things have changed. And we also have lots of opportunity during the week for circle time and our time to talk about how they feel about being in school. Other COVID measures that have been put into school is the school operates a one-way system for children within the building. There's regular hand sanitising within the classrooms, and this includes every time that children go out from the classroom or come back in. Within the class, any equipment that's used is there just for the class bubble, and every child has been given their own stationery kit of equipment to use within the day. The tables are regularly wiped down and sanitised. The one major change for this year is that we ask the children to bring in a water bottle every day and take it home with them in the evening. They can no longer be left in school overnight. Dealing with questions, parents are now asked to wait on the playground at the end of the day, which obviously makes it more difficult to raise anything with members of staff. If you have any general questions about your child in Year 4, this can be done via the Year 4 Padlet, and the address of that is on the screen. If you can type your question in, please say who you are so I know who I'm responding to. Then I will endeavour to answer it as fast as I can. Obviously, if the question you have is of a personal nature to your child, you wouldn't want to put that on the Padlet, in which case if you email the school, they will ensure the email gets to me. And that's it. I hope this presentation has been useful, and I also hope that at some point before the end of this school year things will get back to normal, and you can actually come and talk to me at the end of each day if you need to. Thank you.